If we don't act fast, silence will destroy us. Africans have remained too quiet on global issues. Many of our leaders and politicians act as passive spectators, watching world affairs unfold without taking part. This must not continue. Africa must find its voice. We cannot remain silent about what is happening in the world. Silence implies consent. If we remain quiet while evil prevails, which is often the case in our world, sooner or later, that same evil will reach us. We cannot afford to dismiss global events as not our business. Everything that happens in the world affects us, and we must actively engage in these discussions, particularly on pressing global issues. Wars, economic instability, discrimination, corruption, injustice, oppression, and political instability. These are not just distant concerns. They are interconnected challenges that demand our attention and response. The danger of silence is real. When people fail to speak up against wrongdoing, it continues to spread. The suffering others experience today will soon become ours if we do nothing. The culture of silence and indifference must be eradicated from Africa. We must be proactive, decisive, and bold. We cannot stand idly by while evil and oppression persist. We must raise our voices and fight for what is right. We must always stand on the side of truth. In every global matter, our first duty is to seek the truth and uphold it. Truth is powerful, it will always prevail. Africans must take a firm stance on truth and justice, ensuring that our voices shape the global narrative. In a world filled with hypocrisy, wickedness, and deception, we must be torchbearers of truth, fairness, and integrity. Wars raging across the globe should not silence us. We must take a clear stand and make our voices heard. We cannot afford to be timid or passive in the face of evil. The struggles our forefathers faced under colonial rule are the same struggles many of our current leaders face against foreign interests with malicious intent. History has shown that our ancestors were often reactive rather than proactive. They waited for the enemy to attack instead of taking the fight to the enemy's camp. This hesitation led to their downfall and the eventual colonization of our lands. When you know an enemy is preparing to strike, you don't sit back and relax. You don't wait until the attack begins. You prepare, strategize, and fortify yourself. True peace comes through strength. An enemy does not back down simply because you ask him to. He retreats only when he sees that you are stronger, more prepared, and unwilling to surrender. The enemy you do not confront today will rise against you tomorrow. Africans must learn from the mistakes of our past and ensure history does not repeat itself. Consider the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. Why are African leaders and politicians silent? Do they think this conflict does not concern us? That is a grave mistake. I know some have taken steps to resolve the conflict, but we need continuous involvement in the matter. We must always communicate our opinions and ideas. Whether they are accepted or not is not our concern. If we fail to act, the next war could reach our shores. If Western powers defeat Russia, their next move could be to reclaim dominance in Africa. We must not allow that to happen. We must speak up and take a stand based on truth, justice, and the best interests of our people. This is what it means to be a global citizen. We share this world equally and deserve the same rights and respect as any other nation. We should not beg for our place at the table. We must claim and enforce it ourselves. For too long, Africans have been perceived as weak, reactive, and complacent. We have been known to treat problems only after they arise instead of preventing them. But now, the time has come for us to rise. We must no longer be asleep. We must wake up and liberate our continent from the hands of those who seek to exploit it once again. This is not a time for distractions. It is not a time for chasing meaningless pleasures, wasting hours on social media, or engaging in trivial pursuits. This is a time for focus, for urgency, for action. It is a time to protect our values, our heritage, and our future. Africa must no longer be silent. Africa must rise. The time is now. Read. Next, a wake-up call to all Africans and people of African descent. You can watch this program on YouTube. If you found value in this post, kindly share it with others. Thanks for your support. P.S. In case you want to, feel free to reach out to me if you need advice on your plans and ideas and how to work on your gift and purpose. Drop me a message here or email me at sapiensofgod@gmail.com and we'll arrange a call. Will you like to write a book? Share your story, ideas, or knowledge in a book? Now it's easier than ever. In 3 weeks, your book will be written and published. Send a message to bookmindsgmail.com. Get books on Amazon. Amazon Books, check out our website. WordFlixX Publishers if you want customized songs for you or your loved one's birthday, wedding, or any ceremony. Isay Music got you. Contact sapiensofgodmail.com. You can also check out these posts. 1. Move Africa. 2. Why the West wants to destroy Russia, the road to WEI. 3. Democracy is a scam in Africa. Here's what works. L14. The role of Africa in the ongoing wars. 5. Africa's nuclear weapon. Kindly drop your comments here.